As I stated before, I'm going to do summer hair care. How to keep your locks looking great despite the heat and the chlorine and the salt water, because this is where the clothes come off and we're all inside having fun and socializing and drinking beer. And you know what? Honestly, we forget. We put sunscreen on our skin and we forget about our hair. And people come into the salon at the end of summer going, why is my hair so dry and brassy? And then we have to explain to them how they neglected their hair while in their drunken pool parties.
Do you have turtles coming into your salon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So, salt water and chlorine, it takes a toll on your tresses, my dears. It's not a pretty outcome. A few weeks into the summer, the hair that was all shiny that you got done at the salon by your stylist and easily manageable, it looks and it feels dried, fried, and tossed aside. Fried hair is not just a figure of speech. Jessica Krant, she's an MD from New York. She's a dermatologist. So just so you know, I'm not speaking on my own terms. Says that ultraviolet rays from the sun actually cook the hair shaft. So just like getting into a tanning bed, kind of. The damage is most obvious when we see color-treated hair becoming faded, bleached, and brassy. So even hair that isn't colored will suffer from sun-induced stress. The UV rays dry out the hair and they rough up the cuticle, which is normally smooth, which the cuticle layer is the outer layer or the hair shaft. The drier the hair is, the more likely it is to suffer from summer problems. That honestly, dry frizzy hair can be more annoying than puking over the toilet, because you know that's coming to an end. And your dry frizzy hair just sometimes seems to not go away because you don't know how to fix it.
Just grow it out.
Yes.
Yep.
So we're going to tell you how to prevent these problems. The reason why it's important is because parched hair that is open and vulnerable to the environment, it soaks up extra humidity in the air, and when it's crying for moisture like this, whatever humidity it sucks in, especially if it's from the outside environment, it's going to bring in pollutants as well. So it's going to cause the hair shaft to swell, leading to breakage in the cuticle, and the hair puffs up and gets very much not smooth. It becomes very frizzy. So swimming also in a pool beats up your hair, and what happens is the chlorine strips your hair of its natural protective oils. Especially if you're blonde, you'll know it's really happening because your hair
will turn green.
And that is because there's copper molecules in the pool chemicals that bind to the hair shaft. And copper, if you wear copper fake silver jewelry that's not sterling, or even copper if you watch it turn green on your skin, that's the way you can relate to what the chlorine is doing, because there is copper in the pool chemicals. Also, salt water, ocean water or pool salt waters, they can also damage the hair. There's a lot of heavy sea content in seawater, and what salt does is it draws the water out of whatever is sitting in it. So like when you're pickling food, there's always a high sodium content because it draws the water out. And, that's why you end up with pruny fingers. And also people that drive out up in the north, you see what the salt does to their cars. It chews through the metal in their cars. So metal being such a tough material, what do you think it's doing to a soft material like your hair? Well, here are your tips for having healthy and gorgeous summer hair. 1, get your trim. You'll get rid of the split ends, and you'll start new with a refreshed style. Also, you may need a mid-season cut too, and that's because during the summer the hair grows faster, because during this season has a anagen stage, which is a growing stage that stays, active longer than it does in the winter. So what you're going to want to do to keep the cut and the split ends from, appearing soon after that cut is to shield your strands from the sun. You're going to make a daily habit, like let's say you're going to be in the sun every day during the summer. You're a lifeguard. You're going to be there for a week, daily for that week or whatever. You know what your life is going to be like this summer. Make a daily habit of applying hair care product that contains UV filters. It can be a spray, it can be a gel, the shampoo and conditioner may have it in it. It could be a cream. These products are going to protect your hair from sun damage and keep your color processed hair from fading. If you'll be spending a lot of time outdoors, wear a brimmed hat. Not only will it keep your hair from getting fried, but it's also going to protect your scalp and your ears and areas that are vulnerable to skin cancer. I have seen clients with skin cancer on their scalp. I have seen clients with sunburn on their scalp, and it is not easy to treat. And it's painful, and it's very flaky and disgusting to look at. So please watch your skin, watch your head. That's probably going to be more so for your fine-haired clients, where the sun's really going to penetrate your scalp. A great product to use for this is by JF Lazartique. It's their sun protection oil, and this is a dry, non-greasy fluid oil. If you can try to conceive that in your mind, that it's not greasy being an oil, but it's recommended for all hair types, especially because it's not greasy. It's not going to weigh the hair down or build up on the hair. So it is water soluble. So you're going to put this in before swimming or prolonged sun exposure or wind exposure. It's an anti-UVA, anti-UVB filter in it that protects the color and the hydration in the hair, and it also protects from depigmentation due to prolonged sun exposure. I recommend this product all the time to clients, and I've never had it come back and return to the shelf. It has raspberry seed oil in it, which is rich in omega-3s and 6s, and macadamia oil, which has vitamin E nourishment in it, and it strengthens and protects the capillary stalk of the hair. So that's more on a deeper level. The oil is waterproof, so you put it in before you go, and it's paraben free, so no carcinogen aspect to it. So another product you could use is the After Sun Repair Mask by JF Lazartique. This mask nourishes and repairs the hair fibers damaged by oxidation and dryness due to prolonged sun exposure. It also has the macadamia oil. It has the Australian tree nut and raspberry seed oil, which is rich in omega-3s and 6s, and it deep down inside into the 5th layer of the hair. There's actually 5 layers. You hear this 3-layer thing, but go do some research. But it protects that hair shaft. It also has sweet almond proteins, which give you the moisture, and then all those ingredients act as like a solar filter. It also has sunflower extract, and it's a very rich, nourishing, restructuring mask that's good for after sun exposure. So if you can't, this would be a mask you would want to do, after you come back from vacation or a few times during the summer, like for your lifeguards and everything. And also it is a paraben-free mask. So one thing you're going to want to do with the sun protection oil or a product that's like it is you're going to put it on before getting in the water, before doing anything outside. If your hair is drenched with clean water or a leave-in conditioner, it won't be able to absorb as much salt water or pool chemicals. It's also a good idea to rinse your hair after you swim. And another good thing to do is rinse it in vinegar. It's going to bring the acidity back down to a normal human state for your hair. And I would keep a bottle of that in my shower anyway. Switch to a moisturizing shampoo and conditioner for the summer. You may be washing your hair, or an anti-frizz. You may be washing your hair more frequently to deal with the summer sweat and grime. And I don't suggest using a clarifying. Some people do. I think it can be very stripping. It can be irritating if you're using it a lot. Maybe that's something you might want to use once a month. But a good product to use that's good for all hair types, because they only have one shampoo and one conditioner, is the Da Cinque. Actually, in Italian, it's properly said Da Cinque, but they had to change it because there's the word chink in it, and Asians were getting offended.
Oh, seriously?
For real. So they had to pronounce the pronunciation of their own language So instead of cinque, they have to say cinque. So the cinque.
People need to stop getting so easily
Freaking
offended
butthurt.
because
I know. It pisses me off.
Yeah, it's
It
just
is
too
so
much.
stupid. Grow a freaking
it is.
spine.
Yeah, it is a brand. It is not referring to any race or
because
group at all.
It's the cinque.
The
The cinque, because cinque is 5.
Yeah.
So the cinque, it's the 5th layer of the hair. This has human hair keratin protein, which offers true reconstruction and serves as a foundation for their entire line, or really anything that you're using as your regimen. So this critical element contains hair amino acid, human hair amino acid, which delivers all 19 amino acids to the hair, which is going to permanently bond to the hair. That's why there's only one type, one shampoo and one conditioner for each hair type. Severely damaged, not damaged, African American, Chinese, Caucasian, Latin, anything.
Amphibious.
I use it. I love it. I'm going to Mexico next week. This is what's going in my travel bag. It has a mask, has conditioner, has an acidifier that goes on for 60 seconds. This is what I'm taking with me. Everybody needs to look into it. We will be going after them as a sponsor, so hopefully we'll get a deal with them so you guys can put in a code and get them. I really highly recommend this product. Also, skip the hot tools once in a while, at least once or twice a week, and give your hair a break from the blow dryers and the flat irons. One way you can deal with the natural hair without using heat is putting it up in a bun, but gently, because your hair is most vulnerable when it's wet. So, gently put it up in a bun with your clips. Don't tie it tight with
Or you could braid it.
Or you could braid it, exactly. That gives you really nice waves. So before you go to bed and when you wake up, you'll have a nice beachy wave. And it's perfect look for the weekend. You know, you can put a little, hairspray and scrunch it up or something like that to just kind of encourage, calm some frizz, some smoothing serum or something like that in the morning. But it's, you can put a little accessory in it, like a headband, if you got a little frizz going around the face, something like that. But of course you're going to want to, I recommend putting a leave-in product even before you put the braid or the bun in at night if you plan on not using heat. One thing that I love, which I just started working with now, I've been using it for 3 weeks, is Promotional Primer 11. Everybody's heard of It's a 10, and it's a great product, but I think it's heavy. Okay, and you can't...
All the products?
The It's a 10 leave-in.
The leave-in conditioner.
Yeah, I think it's heavy and you can't spray it. It doesn't spray good.
Squirts.
You have to spray it in your hand and then put it in. From Misi, Primer 11 is it does 11 things instead of 10 things. It repairs, it retains the color, it repairs damage, it's silky, it leaves the hair silky and shiny, it fixes the frizz, it gives you body, mends the ends, detangles, style support, it gets rid of static, and it is a thermal protectant, and it's weightless. So that's what you're going to do to outwit your frizz. Hair that's healthy and well maintained is your best defense against frizz. So along with your regular trims and conditioning, a drop or two of anti-frizz or oil serum can help smooth the hair, like I was saying earlier, after you wake up in the morning, let the braid out or let the bun out. That's going to, argan oil is great, used minimally because it can build up, but it is natural. And if you overuse it, you're going to look greasy, but it is a very effective product.
Yeah, less is more.
A teeny, tiny drop is all you need to use without weighing down the hair, especially if it's fine. But one thing you guys always need to remember is realistic expectations. When the air is thick with humidity, frizz is going to happen. I mean, when you go outside and you feel and the humidity is penetrating your clothes, it's just you're going to have frizz. So don't waste your summer not enjoying it, trying to fight the frizz. Just find an easy, go-to hairdo, like a slick ponytail or a high, that mussy bun. Everybody,
top knot.
Or a side braid for those really high humidity days. And that's how you're going to take care of your hair for the summer.